Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I am sharing my attempt at building a Siege 1 and 2 sealed deck at my store's local launch event. So you just saw me get rid of two cards that I just won't be able to use in this deck. That is Shockwave's LV Blaster and Incursion on Trypticon. I'm looking through what else I can drop. I went ahead and dropped an extra padding because I don't think that does me any good. Tough with my pip count isn't worth much, and I don't have more than one extra padding. Now, what you see is I've got things split up into weapons, armors, utilities, and then actions and by pips. So I'm trying to keep as many weapons as I have. I haven't really decided on characters. This is just my first pass going through what I can see. There's some stuff here that I don't know that I see value in. Wedge Formation is definitely one of them, but Special Delivery and Designated Target might be cards I don't get value of depending on how the rest of the build goes. Daring Escape is another one that I think I can just go ahead and drop because I don't have any way to get cards out of my deck or scrap pile. Here I can drop Special Ops Mission to get rid of a white pip and still get value out of Brainstorm. Then I've got Sabotage Armaments, which is definitely staying in, Heroic Resolve, two defensive formations, and Heroic Resolve is a star card. So now I'm looking at my characters. I've got Ion Storm, which we know is very strong and sealed. I'm also looking at possibly Astro Train. That would be too wide. So I'm trying to figure out, what I want to do. I eliminated, I think, 4 easy removable cards. I've got some star battle cards up top, and then Covert Armor relies on me having a melee character. So then the question is, out of my remaining characters, who do I want? Here I'm kind of looking at stars, and I realize this is a bit off camera. But I could fit 3 there and go 3 wide. The question is, I've got some weapons, and if I pick Ion Storm, I don't really care about Pierce because I've got a couple +3s, especially if I'm attacking Autobots or Mercenaries. Then Ion Storm swing with 10, and I don't care too much about Pierce. I know in Sealed it's supposed to be good, but I don't imagine anyone's getting defense that's going to go over my 10 attack. Other options, I know I've got Force Field, so Trailbreaker, especially with the armors, he has a Brave ability. Lionizer's Bold is nice, but in this pip makeup, I don't think I get a ton of value out of Bold 4 versus just static upgrades. So my temptation would be Ion Storm and then maybe Astro Train. Mudflap is 8 stars, so I could play him and then get a 3rd guy, but I don't know that Mudflap itself would be activating bounty abilities. That's like him in Lockdown. I think they're strong cards, but I don't know if my deck can really capitalize on their bounty abilities. I think I might be better off building around Ion Storm here and just trying to keep Ion Storm alive as much as possible. So what I'm thinking is actually going too tall and doing Ion Storm and Trailbreaker. That lets me play 3 star cards. The Covert Armor can go on Trailbreaker on top of the Force Fields. Basically, I'm imagining Trailbreaker forcing a lot of hits onto him while Ion Storm just wrecks the other team. As long as no one at the group drew a bomb, I felt pretty good about that plan. Part of the purpose of this video is for me to try and learn to play Sealed and draft better. So I'd love to hear how you'd build this deck differently. You can see all the cards that I had access to. Let me know what you think you would do in my stead. So now I'm going through secret actions and stuff. Nothing really I want to drop here, I think. Especially if I'm 2 wide, defensive formation would be helpful if there's a 4 wide deck running, or 5 wide running a bunch of the tiny guys. Maybe, that +1 for a bunch of swings on a wheel turn seems pretty good. Other stuff that I'm thinking of cutting, so I have 36 battle cards. I've cut 4, that's 32. I need to cut another 7. Head-on collision seems like an obvious cut since I want to be in bot mode for both my guys most of the time. I'm actually, now that I'm looking back, maybe Special Delivery is a card that I wanted to keep, because transferring 1 damage over would be helpful, especially in light of there's this armor that gives me Safeguard, I think there would have been some synergy there, and I could have cut something else instead. Right now I'm counting cards, and I've got 17 in the pile right now. Yeah, the more I'm thinking about this, the more I think I should have kept special delivery in with what I end up doing. Sabotage Armaments is like an auto keep, I think. Hijack I didn't actually get a lot of value out of. I was expecting more card draw on my opponent's side. That didn't happen. The designated target I think was totally valid for me to get rid of. Diagnose, I'm not trying to go for a healing deck. My actions, I wanted to be pumps if possible. Thinking about maybe dropping a defensive formation, but I think, right, if I'm choosing to go too wide, defensive formation becomes stronger because my opponents will generally have wheel turns. And then here I'm going through my weapons. If there's something I wanted to drop here, Soldier's Blaster, like that's basically a +3. Anticipation Engine lets me play actions, and I think I'm slightly more action heavy. Yeah, there's that Safeguard 3 armor, which I think maybe I could have kept the heals and would have used Safeguard more. Spoiler alert, things ended up working out in my favor anyway. So this is interesting. If I'm looking at the table, I think, did I drop 3 cards, or maybe I'm short 3 cards because I'm counting 26 up front. Yeah, I've got 26 cards and then 2 piles of 4 cards, which is only 32. Unless I'm missing something. Which, also, this video is going 2 times fast. I thought I was running out of time at this point just because everyone else was finishing up, but I guess not. So, Crowbar, I think I ended up dropping, but I should have dropped, like, looking at my pip makeup, maybe Smoke Thrower is the one I should have dropped, and I should have kept the special delivery. Maybe I dropped both Smoke Thrower and Crowbar. But yeah, so here's my deck, and then let me know what you guys would have built, and in the next couple days there will be videos of how the matches went, which I think if we're trying to get ready for Sealed in PAX Unplugged, the best way to prep is to do some practice. Thanks everyone, have a great day.